Have you ever seen a flashy ad on the internet showing off the hot, sexy Asian females in your area? Thanks to the internet, the world is now connected in ways that would seem incredibly peculiar to generations of the past. If you need something fast, it doesn't matter who or where you are. As long as you have an internet connection, you can hop online and order your desires from the internet. We're familiar with Amazon, eBay, and other online markets that can ship our orders straight to our doorsteps. What about a different commodity? Women. The Asian mail-order bride industry thrives off of the demand that some men have for exotic women. It provides a way for these men to meet foreign women with the intention of bringing them to America and marrying them.
Mail-order bride dates back to the 19th century and refers to a woman who lists herself in catalogs so a prospective husband can select her for marriage. The motivation has typically been for women in developing countries seeking men in more developed nations, and in the 21st century, the process for making these connections has primarily happened on the internet.
As the infographic show states, today's mail-order agencies consist of websites where international women can meet American men of their own free will. The modern mail-order bride industry may just seem like an easier way for people to meet. However, this demand for exotic international women is deeply rooted in racist stereotypes, and the power imbalance in these relationships between the husband and the wife can turn dangerous and abusive. Why is the demand for Asian women so high? It can be chalked up to yellow fever, the fetishization and over-sexualization of Asian women based on perceived notions and stereotypes about them. Writer Chin Lu says in her article, Why Yellow Fever is Different Than Having a Type. I watched multiple men offer such insane generalizations about Asian women. Asian females are willing to listen, willing to adapt, willing to accept what the guy says. Just because I'm Asian and female, why do some men make the automatic assumptions that I am quiet, docile, great at domestic tasks, and eager to please men? Rachel Seco writes in her 2013 report on the industry, the websites project the stereotypical image of a Filipino woman being sweet, submissive, traditional, virginal, Christian, and familiar with the English language in their ads. They adopt the angle that they are selling subservient women that are ready to please their new husbands. These presumptions about Asian women are obvious stereotypes, and while offensive, can also be dangerous. Susanna Blackwell, a Filipino mail-order bride, was shot to death by her husband, who choked her the day after their wedding and felt duped by his wife upon her arrival to America. Emelita Reeves, a Filipino mail-order bride, was drowned by her husband, who had killed 2 wives prior to Emelita's death. In response to these and other crimes against mail-order brides, Congress passed the International Marriage Broker Regulation Act of 2005, or IMBRA, that would require background checks for all marriage visa sponsors. Some may argue that the issue of mail-order brides is antiquated, and that legislation such as IMBRA and the Violence Against Women Act, VAWA, leaves the issue of abuse towards mail-order brides in the past. However, this is still a pressing issue. As recently as 2013, Congress Republicans have voted to discard some protections given to women through IMBRA, such as a provision that allows abused women to self-petition for protected immigration status. So what can you do to help? Share this video on your social media pages in order to raise awareness of a lesser-known issue. Combat the stereotyping of Asian women in your daily life and condemn racist and ignorant byproducts of the stereotyping. For example, NBC's sitcom Mail Order Family was canceled after extreme backlash and a Change.org petition. Support the reauthorization of VAWA and IMBRA. Contact your representatives. The House is due to vote on VAWA's reauthorization within the next 3 weeks. It's important to safeguard the protections given to women through the acts for years to come, as there are constant expiration dates for these acts protecting women who immigrate to America to marry.